Okay, Zach, here we go. Remember, this scene is important because the listener finds out firsthand that their man has a whole nother side to him. We really need to get the audience's heart racing, so make it hot.
If you just wanted to know what kind of man I was, all you had to do was ask.
Cut. Can you please try that again, except maybe this time a little wilder?
Okay. I'll try. If you just wanted to know what kind of man I was, all you had to do was ask.
Cut. Sorry, Zach. That's still not exactly what I'm looking for. It's just that it's not quite the romance I want.
Oh, sorry, that's just how I ended up perceiving the character's mischievous side. I think the audience would totally dig a guy who's a bit more passive-aggressive than he lets on.
That's quite an interesting take on it. Well, why don't we take a break and figure this out?
Sure thing. Hey, thanks for sitting in on this project. I'm sure it's different than what you're used to. It's not often I get to voice such a cool Prince character.
Yeah, the writers did a great job with this one. Wish they were a little more specific on the mischievous side thing, but I suppose it gives us more room for creativity.
Yeah, I know what you mean. So, what sort of mischievous were you thinking of, Chief?
I was thinking that the prince was more of a teasing charmer, like those guys who purposely tease their lover just to watch him squirm. But in this case, they do it out of the public's eyes so that no one else knows about it. For example, a suggestive caress.
Huh. That's an interesting take. My thoughts are that the prince had a bit of a possessive scoundrel side to him, you know, and he'd keep the listener's heart on edge with his sudden advancements, you know, like he just won't let up.
Okay. Oh, wow. We really have two different opinions on this. Well, since the goal is to get our audience's heart to race, we just need to figure out which version of Mischievous is better.
Sure, that makes sense. But, how are we gonna gauge that, though?
How about her? Well, if we test it out on you, then we could see which version makes your heart race more, right?
Yeah, well, Phil does have a point. This audio drama is primarily targeted towards a female audience anyway, and you just happen to fit the age range. There's no better judge than you in this case. Plus, yeah, you know, NDAs and all.
I know this is probably weird and highly unorthodox, but honestly, I'm hoping we could wrap up this recording by the end of the day, so thanks for agreeing to this. This'll help us out a lot.
Sweet. To keep things fair, we won't ask you to comment about our performances, nor will we ask you to critique both of us until we've gone. Is that cool? Okay, cool. Now, with that settled, you want to go first, boss? Or should I?
I may as well. Okay, so for context, put yourself in the listener's shoes. You're the prince's significant other. You've been together for quite a while now, and he's been a complete gentleman. At least, until now. You know, I really like this new outfit that you're wearing. The way the wide collar accents the alluring line of your collarbones, and how the smooth silk caresses every inch of your perfect body. And your sweet, sweet smell. I could just get drunk on your scent alone. And I promise to indulge myself much later, once we're alone, in a much more private place. Now then, shall we continue to the ball? Or would you rather I take you straight to our bedroom?
Is that it?
Yup.
So, that's supposed to make the listener's hearts race?
Yeah?
Okay then, my turn. Before we begin, do you mind moving over by that wall over there? Okay, so just roll with this, alright? Let's begin. Stop playing innocent. I know you've been looking forward to this, haven't you? My adorable little princess. You're just so eager for me to see you all dressed up. Since I'm hugging you like this, I can feel every inch of you against me. You know, the harder you make this, the more sore you'll be tomorrow. Trust me, I'll make sure you enjoy every bit of this. I definitely won't leave you unsatisfied. Now, just let me take the reins and surrender complete control to me. How else can I make our horse ride around the corral without the reins?
Wait, what? You guys were on a horse all along?
Yep, but the listener wouldn't know until that point. The implications before would make anyone's heart race.
But what's with the slamming the hand on the wall thing? You're supposed to be on a horse, right?
Right. Well, I was ad-libbing the entire thing. There's this trend in Japanese shoujo called the kabedon, where the guy comes really close to the girl and pins her under his gaze. It's usually used in a confession and those sorts of things, but I thought it'd be cool to use it as a sort of intro to imply the prince's teasing side. I wasn't sure where I was going to go with it before I thought of the horse thing. Guess it kind of doesn't make sense, though, from that lead-in, huh?
How was the listener supposed to get that sort of pinned under gaze image from that? I mean, this is an audio drama, remember?
I don't know. The listener could have a great imagination.
That's a bit of a gamble, but okay. In all seriousness, though, if we're trying to get a reaction from the listener to be a kya sort of deal, wouldn't it make more sense to go with the charming guy who's teasingly makes them swoon?
You don't know a thing about our target audience these days. They go wild when their man gets a little possessive.
This is getting nowhere. We could argue this for hours and not get anywhere.
Well, that is why we asked our talented audio engineer to be our final judge, didn't we? So which one did you like better?